that's on it.
We should be back. We're back. Technical difficulties. The hotel TV apparently shut down the stream.
Yeah.
Literally.
Excuse me, sir. You're illegally filming, and are you a hotel guest?
We're actually soaking up all their bandwidth here.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeez. Well, nobody's. Okay.
We're just gonna let people roll in and
Yeah.
we'll cover that here in
Yeah.
just
Here,
a
let
second.
me post up the.
For those of you guys watching in the future, please subscribe to Ron's channel. This man puts in a lot of work. Just do
thanks,
it.
man.
You have to
I
hit
appreciate
that
you.
like button. Goes up to Ricky Hernandez over here. This guy is an amazing photographer. And is doing YouTube, getting into it daily, weekly. I'm gonna hold him accountable.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Earl says echo.
Echo. We got echo. Okay, hang on, guys. Hang on. I'm fixing it. Wait, why is there echo? There should be echo. Where's the audio at? Ron?
Audio? For
Audio settings.
the computer?
Yeah, for this. No, for... Why can't we see any audio?
Yeah, and then the cloud. But it should be audio in the capture. There you go.
Oh, here we go. Can't like 4K. Mute you. Okay, we good? We good?
Cool. Oh yeah, because all the audio is coming out of the mics.
Yeah.
We should be good.
We back. This is Mike. Or do we have echo? Mike and Ike says party has resumed. Party
Damn right it
has
has.
resumed. Okay.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? Sorry about that. Basically, the hotel kicked us out for a real quick second. The TV decided I'm gonna go take a nap.
Take a dump on us. That's what happened, man.
Dirty
Dozen.
Trent says, "Dirty dozen, let's go."
No more echo, dude. I am the ultimate stream technician.
Dude, you're you're gangster.
I'm just
As soon
stroking
as
my
he
own-
said that, one of the lights turned off.
I am just stroking my own quack.
Oh my! Get out of here with that. Why would you say something like that? Jesus Christ.
Add source, and we need to
Mute that one.
wait. How did I mute it last time again?
You double clicked on audio and it brought up the mixer.
Properties.
Stay charged.
Is that echoing? Are we good, guys? Test.
Okay, I think we're good. Trev says we're good. Serial Hobbyist says stay charged. It wasn't a charging issue this time. It was just the TV decided to turn us off.
Audio back. Good.
That was it.
Sweet.
Yep.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yo.
Question for you. So, you did your series on budget knives and like getting into it.
Yeah.
What did you learn so far? And out of all the budget stuff you saw, what would you go for?
Okay, so the one thing I learned if you're gonna approach this knife carrying thing is everyone says that carrying budget is a good idea, and I agree. You know, and what budget means to you is gonna be different. Like if Mr. CPM would never is in the house, he'd be saying a budget is let's go two grand. That's budget.
Yeah.
But for me, a budget would be like something around the $50-$60 mark.
Yeah.
And further still, there will be other people who will say budget is gonna be the $10 to $15, gas station pocket knife, or like the Milwaukee Fastback, and that'll be the good budget. So I think start budget if you're new, and then really define what budget is for you, and that'll depend on your financial situation, how much you want to spend on this, and so forth and so on. And then in terms of the best budget options that I found at Blade, it's gonna have to be like the NAS Lander.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be the Baby Banter from Civivi. We in Civivi have a ton of different knives.
Oh, dude, we gotta talk about that new one.
Yeah.
That new
Yeah.
button lock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, and the button lock Elementum as well is a huge one. There's just so many choices, and of course with budget knives, if you talk to a knife buff, they're gonna be like, nah, because you know that there's gonna be limitations when it comes to blade steels and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the whole point. Like,
Yeah,
you're not
right.
trying to maximize your blade steel. You're trying to see if you're even gonna use the thing
Yeah.
moving forward. So
Like getting into the hobby.
that was a great question.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I like the series a lot. Like my first knife I think was like a Kershaw Clash, and it was like $50.
Oh.
And I think at the time I was like, oh man, $50. It was like spring assisted. I don't even remember what steel it was.
Yeah.
But in when I first got that knife, I was like, oh man, yeah, this is $50. Like I can't lose this now.
Yeah.
And then I joined the community, and I bought a lot right off the get-go and spent so much money.
Yeah.
And didn't even like learn anything. So I was like, yeah, I didn't even like narrow down what I really liked or what I
Yeah.
didn't like. Like I didn't do any research. And then the most expensive first knife I ever bought was the ProTech Mordax.
Oh.
And I had that, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know what I like.
So that means I started talking to you like right when you were getting into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're on the same path, kind of.
Yep. 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 And then
Okay.
I got my CRK. I think shortly after you
yep.
had gotten your CRK too.
Yep.
And I got my CRK, and that was the second most expensive. That was like $350.
Chris Reeve, I think he
Yeah.
had a Sabenza 21 or 31?
Yeah, the
21. It
small.
was a 21
Yeah.
small, yeah.
Yep. So I got that in the plain Jane, and I bought it. And I'm like, yeah, I can see why people spend so much money on these knives. But then like I also didn't fall in love with it. Like I'm like I can see why, but it's just not. It's not my thing.
That's another thing too. You wouldn't have learned what your thing was or not if you hadn't just started, playing around with knives, having them in your hand. Yeah, you did spend some money, but like that's not the only option, right? Like another
Right.
option is like to attend something like Blade Show, so you can see and hold and play with all these different knives and really get a sense of like what you do like and what you don't like without having to spend the bankroll.
Yeah, exactly. And just figuring out what is it that you're looking for. Like, are you looking for a hard use tool? Or are you someone like me?
It's
Like,
art.
yeah, I don't hard use most of my knives. I shop for design and maker. Like, I want to know who the maker is, and that's what I go for.
We got a $5 super chat. Was Ricky on TikTok too? Says Bruce Blade Brigade EDC.
No, man, I haven't done anything on TikTok EDC related because I think I have to pick this guy's brain a little bit.
So on TikTok, I did shout out Ricky back in the day, Bruce, because there was an impersonator trying to be you. Remember that one
yeah,
dude?
my coin. Yeah.
So Ricky had a coin. You can give the rundown on
Yeah,
that.
man. So I this was around the time where challenge coins were coming up.
Yeah.
And I was doing work with Brett over at Umathorb. He had his own brand, and we were super cool. And we were like, "Yeah, man, let's collab on a piece." And I was super stoked. And at the time, my logo was skull guy with a longer beard. So I was making my coin, and everything was cool. And then someone tagged me on someone else's post, and it was almost like the
It was like a
exact
replicated-
same logo. Like there was
Yeah.
no change to it. Like he maybe added like a scar on the eye. And a lot of people were just commenting on it, like, "Hey, man, not cool. Like you kind of copied the design." And then the guy went off the rails and was like, "Oh, you like stupid EDs." Like, stupid is the nice way to say it. He said he said way meaner words.
Yeah, it was
and,
no good.
And he's like, "I am a veteran. Like I did all
Oh,
these
yeah.
things." I'm like, "Hey, man," and I messaged him. And I was like, "There's no beef. Like, I get it. If you want to do your own thing, like go for it, but just have some originality. Like change something different, make it something different,
Yeah.
so it's not like the direct copy."
Right.
And then I think he just ended up blocking everyone that commented
Oh
on,
my
on his
God.
stuff, and it became this like massive deal. And I was like, whatever, man. Like I don't want to be part of whatever you think the
Yeah.
community is. Like you do your own thing, man. I
Yep.
know what I'm making is inspired by me, and it's inspiring others, and it makes it's a bigger part of it's a small part of a bigger picture.
Yeah.
And that's all that mattered. But yeah, it was a weird thing.
Yeah. I guess learnings from it. I guess right.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of experience it and you kind of
Yeah.
go about your separate ways doing your thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. No, but here, let's check out the chat a little bit.
Someone was asking, what is the most weird knife that I think? Yeah, scroll up a little bit. Let's see, right here. Blanco. What was the craziest unique knife y'all guys seen at Blade Show? We have it right here.
You're holding it, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't cover this because it was somewhere else, but the Riot XOK.
Here, why don't you take it to the gear hall table? I love how we have like a table, a gear hall table.
Yeah.
Why can't I have this on my live stream, man? Come on. Okay, so
Oh, thanks, man.
this is the Riot XOK. And it's the Exo series, so I guess the exoskeleton is their gravity line, right? Because they just came out with the XOM, I think. Is that XOM with the lock, the mini one, and a pocket clip? But yeah, this is a gravity karambit.
Zoom it down a little bit.
Karambit.
Is it karambit or karambit?
I think it's karambit.
Karambit?
Well, if you listen to Doug,
Oh yeah.
Doug Micarta, or not Micarta.
Get out.
the dude on Forge and Fire, he says karambit. But yeah, I mean, this thing has a clip. Where's the other one, Bill? Grab it. Yeah.
Ian says for me, budget is 50 to 150. That's fair. That's fair.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
That's great.
David Hurst says I was inspired by budget entry EDC and building a kit for my daughter. That's awesome.
That's cute.
Yeah. Like get her into it and like at least the knowledge portion of it, so she at least has exposure to it and she can make her own decision later whether she wants to modify or expand her kit or anything like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So this one's a trainer, kind of like a butterfly knife, right? Like this thing, you have to have some skill involved. And then here is the legit live edge one. And this is prototype number 40, it looks like. So yeah,
Jeez.
this one's really, I don't know. I'd probably cut myself, so we're
Yeah.
not gonna do that. But
I feel like I've stabbed the trainer into my hand a few times. Like, I'm not.
all fingers.
Keep that live blade the hell away from me. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna do anything with that thing.
I mean, we could send this to Bruce, and then he can do some like crazy
yeah,
military stuff with it.
yeah.
But
I'm sure he
I don't
knows.
know.
I'm sure he knows.
So cool.
Jeez, no, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. That is. I mean, we have the same eyes basically at Blade right now, so that is probably the most unique blade that I've seen as well. That's just not. It's definitely not something I would hand to my buddies.
Okay.
As X would say.
I got two mics now.
Oh, you do.
David was saying, I think everybody thinks that a knife should be the biggest dollar item in the kit, no matter the budget.
I saw that.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that because like to me, I guess as a knife beginner that isn't like, thinking about blade steels all that much or I can see how a budget person wouldn't. I feel like it's either a knife or a multi-tool.
Yeah.
Because like I feel a lot of people make the association of expense or cost with utility.
Yeah.
So if it's gonna cost a lot, the more it costs, it should be able to do more things for you.
Yeah.
And then you could say multi-tools do different things, and then high quality knives do a thing better.
Right.
Because of
got
edge
$20
retention,
super chat
etc.
from Cole.
Oh my
$20,
goodness, gear
$20.
related with the
Oh my
1999
God.
super chat. I hope y'all are enjoying Blade. Really wish I could have came.
Next one, dude. Atlanta, come on.
Yeah, we'll see you in Atlanta, man.
If you go, yep.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for supporting the channel, and thank you for being a Purpose Crew member. Thank you. You're an enthusiast. I know you are.
Let's go. What about pocket art though?
Yeah, that's where I was going. I think there's some people who maybe don't want to spend as much money on a knife as like a pocket art piece, like the Accomplice, for example. Those are pricey pieces of pocket art. And personally, I'd easily carry an expensive pocket art piece and then have a Civivi Elementum in my pocket. I've done it before.
Yeah.
That's the thing about EDC is like you can curate it to whatever you personally enjoy the most.
Yeah, what you
right?
find the most value in.
Like for me, I mean, I was into knives, right? And then we dove into the pouches, and then we dove into pocket art, and I'm like, pocket art and knives are kind of like at the same level for me now.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at it with REs. I mean, dude, I've
REs,
seen
yeah,
some Castle Grayscale
Castle Grayscale
REs go for like $200-300. I mean, $300 is like
Balin's about to pull out his.
Yeah, like-
he's like, oh, I forgot about this pole.
yeah,
Forgot about this pole.
I mean,
just come sit here, man.
yeah, watch flex
Flex for the gear haul, y'all.
all the patches on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's switching it. There's lag, remember? Just do it.
Balin, what would you say?
Yeah.
Look at Balin's.
What would you say?
Pouch
How
is not
much money in patches do you think that is right now?
Yeah, well, you give us a price point.
Yeah, why don't you just like quote them all right now, especially this little one right here in the corner.
So the Starco question over here, top right, 350. The KO Chun-Li probably by itself like 60. The middle finger like 50 to 60. Bonesy is like 40.
Who's
I don't
keeping
know what
count?
ours are going for on the
What
secondary.
Oh, I don't know. Sold out.
Yeah, I haven't seen any for sale in the secondary, so I don't know about that one. Same with the hand. I think it's like 25 to 30. Pouch is like 15 to 20. Bulma I think is 60, and the over 9,000 I just saw a Bulma Boo
Probably 90, right?
for 185. So probably
What's
90
the
or
over
so.
9,000 was? What?
Something like that, yeah. And these aren't even like the ultra rare ones. Hold on. Let me grab them.
Wait, you
Oh,
have
okay.
ultra rare ones with you?
But okay, so all right, that right there
answers
was
that
what,
question.
$500, $600 almost, like
No, more than that, dude. I think.
like almost a
Yeah,
Zon price.
yeah, more than a Zon, dude.
Yeah, more than a Zon.
Okay, so here's Balin's like. Okay, give us the values on these ones.
Okay.
Hold these right here.
Orange Reaper on the top right. You're looking. A set is 4-star right now for 200, but that'll go fast because they normally go for 300. These middle two, the game over sets. Hold up. I don't know which way you want me coming from.
Like that. There you go.
Okay. The white with the yellow surrounding game over sets, you're looking like 200. The blackout game overs, you can't even like really see them on camera. Those go for like 300. The grayscale Skelechu's like like 100 by itself. Bottom right, that's the Gundam set. I saw a complete Gundam set. This is for the chase, the hand.
I hope nobody knows
It's
where
like-
we're staying right now.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah. The hand on the bottom right, that full Gundam set, I saw someone sell for like 450. Yeah. So that single round is probably like 100 by itself. Bottom left, not for sale. You can't sell them.
What do you mean you can't sell them?
It's a spread the love patch. The round, you can't sell them. You get gifted that one from Mark.
So how did you?
How did I get one? I got gifted one. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, what's the value on it then?
You literally cannot sell them. You're not allowed. Okay, it's frowned upon.
So
to sell them.
yo, if I were to put that on eBay, because they're probably asking that like
Probably like $200, $250. But they're supposed to be like a trade-in type thing. Patagonia is like $10, and then our everyday minimalist data crew one. I don't know what the secondary is.
So one thing I noticed about that spread the love patch. So with the EDC community, there's one thing I noticed is that there's a lot of loyalty and like respect and love for each other. Like when we were going into rooms, everyone had their knife collections out and they were just leaving them unattended. Yeah. Just like chilling. Like and we're talking like tens of thousands of dollars of knives just in the same room with a bunch of people that we've only met for the first time. Like all these people, I've only known you for like 3 days.
Yep.
You know, and like a lot of people here I've only known for the first time. And everyone trusts each other. Everyone knows that if you're part of this community, everyone's like loyal and, you know, we all take care of our own stuff. We all take care of each other's stuff. So like for the spread the love patches, for example, you know, it's frowned upon, right? And so it's the maker's trust in the community that he's, you know, making this for. It's like, this is, you know, goodwill. This is when you do something good for the community, we gift it to you and we hold you to that. Yeah. So that's awesome.
Yeah, no, 100. Dude, there was a guy that had a whole his whole watch collection too. He had a GMT and a couple of like custom mixed riders, a couple of custom, I don't even know what other custom he had actually now that I think about it, but easily, I mean, a custom mixed strider goes for like $2,500, $3,000 plus, you know, a $3,000 watch, just like stuff laying out. And like I was just chatting with him, and I was like, "How much does this go for?" And he's like, "No, man, it's my private collection." He's like, "I just have it out to show you guys." I'm like, "Dude, like I just met you."
Yeah, I know.
Like I kind of don't want to like mess with this anymore.
There's so much trust. It's crazy. I love it. But Kayla says, "Hey, yo, what's up, Kayla? How you doing?
Hey.
Thank you for coming through." Let's see. David Hurst says, "I meant for entry into EDC. What did you ask originally, David Hurst?" I'm trying to stay in that range. Oh, for like budget, like between 50 and 150. Yeah, I think that's a good budget range, honestly. Like,
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
you know what I mean? And there's so many options in that range too. You can
Yeah.
go high end. What the? You can go high end Benchmade bug out for 150.
Yeah.
The stock one goes 150, and then you can go low end 50 for that's where you get your Civivis, your Banters, and the Elementos
You can also
too.
mod stuff too. I mean, the bug out. Look how many different scales and stuff you have for bug outs.
Yeah, for sure. Where is that? Blanco says any upcoming pouch releases from Data Crew. Okay, I'll let Mr. Brandon field this one. Take anyone one to one.
Which mic do you want?
So this one,
Ooh.
here we go.
Boom.
Okay, yep. What? Oh, yep, here we go. So this is the new purple canvas. No, I don't think it's canvas. What material is this, Ron?
This is canvas.
Is this canvas?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, purple
No,
canvas.
it's like the denier canvas.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So this is the new purple one from Data Crew. I noticed something different on this. This might be a prototype, but normally they have a paracord here.
The heat shrink paracord.
So this is they have the YKK zipper on there.
Probably a proto.
Yeah, I think it's a proto. Oh, I have more hints. There's stuff in there, but yeah, I mean, if you like purple, this thing is like actually pretty vibrant.
It's an awesome color.
in person, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
And I know Los and Milk were playing with materials because of how it shapes the bag. Because there are some materials where it's just like, for example, the vintage orange that I have, it's hard to shape then have that rectangular finish every single time consistently.
Yep.
And so they got to pick the right materials to make the silhouette and make sure it looks consistent every time.
Well, that's the thing is these are made in LA.
Are they?
They're all made in LA.
Oh,
So,
amazing.
Yep, made in USA.
Oh,
so
excellent.
they
even
stitch
better.
everything, and they've gone through. The thing is with making pouches is they're soft good, so you have to hand make them no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You can't just send material through the machine and then it whips out a pouch.
Yeah.
Like with the knife, you can be pretty consistent on tolerances, but on soft goods it's gonna be a lot harder. So on the reason why that orange one is so hard to get is because they would order in like 100 of them, and then they only churn out 20 that will pass the quality that Los and Milk enjoy.
Yeah, the
So-
high standard of quality. Yep.
Yeah, but I mean with like this material, they're able to get a lot different, more colorways in that sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, this
That's
is
awesome, man.
I like it.
Looks sick. Thank you for sharing.
Boom.
Can't wait for that to hit the stores or hit the
store.
website. Hit the
store.
store. That's right.
That's going live next week, I think.
Data Crew has a new store coming out. I believe it's in Santa Ana.
I don't know
And-
California.
Yeah, Southern
too well.
California. Southern California. So if you're in the area, Data Crew has a new store coming out next week. Literally next weekend is the grand opening. So I wish I could make it to that. I'm probably gonna be unconscious because I'm recovering from Blade, but it's gonna be a good time. Let's see. Martin JBA says, I scale swapped my bug out to be a jade and red theme. And I loved customizing it. That's awesome, man. Jade and red. I mean, it's just whatever you like, you know what I mean? And there's so many ways to do it. What is that, Brandon? Tell the masses.
I'm just. It's his knife. I'm just looking at it.
Oh, okay.
It's a hyphen.
Yeah, that's the hyphen.
Gavco.
weed.
I'm just getting some
looks
like close-ups
really
while
good.
you guys are like chilling.
Cool, man. I'm happy with it. It was definitely one of those purchases that I didn't think I was gonna make. And I think somebody was asking what was our favorite purchases from Blade Show, and that's up there. It's a toss up for me between the Mordax, the Kingpin, and this and that one there. I mean, I don't know.
So, do you like this, Ricky? Where the blade is like kind of a little bit more chunky than the handle scales are?
Yeah, and in the past I had, what was it, the CK, is it
Rotten
CKF
Evo?
or C? No, not the Evo. Who made the Satori 2.0?
Can't remember.
Remember who it was?
remember.
Whoever made the Satori 2.0 made a similar design where like the scales are super thin and the blade is thicker, and I didn't enjoy that because the blade was far too big. With this Gavco, with this Wii Gavco, I think it's a little bit more balanced for me. Like you can really choke up on that knife.
Yeah.
And the blade itself is just a pretty.
And this
Warncliffe
harpoon is
blade.
like a perfect.
Yeah, like
thumb
it's
ramp.
just-
You know,
yep.
like the choil's good.
Yep, and I'm in this weird like place right now where I'm kind of enjoying smaller designs. That's why I really enjoyed the slip joint, the kingpin, and I'm enjoying this. The Mordax was more so a buy just because I missed it. But yeah, and between that Troodon is sweet too. We is stepping it up, man. We is.
Dude, this is a
definitely stepping it up.
toss-up right here because, like I was saying, there's the big blade. Oh, I got Mike. We're good. We got the big blade and then slimmer handle. So
Yeah. And
I'm
it's
just-
cool. I mean, it's custom makers that are collaborating with these brands to bring something more affordable for people that want to check out their designs. And not
Yeah.
everybody can afford a Brian Brown or a Gavco, for
what
example.
do Gavco customs go for? Yeah.
I think they're up in the 900s from what I've seen in some of the secondary prices, 900, 1200. So definitely high up there. And some of the customs are a little more wonky. This one just really caught my eye, so I think it was
Yeah.
a good place to start, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They even had that one, the Jade scale, and it was like $80.
Dang.
The textured
okay.
scale,
Yeah.
so it's a cool way to check them out without having to drop custom knife prices.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, this has some pretty crazy lines, but in my opinion, this still looks very minimalistic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's cool.
Like, you would think that this would just be, I don't know. Like, if you drew it down on a piece of paper, it doesn't really convey that it's minimalistic, but
Right.
it really is.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome. Well, it is 8 o'clock, y'all. So I think we're gonna go through the chat one last time and then wrap it up because we
gotta
are
get some
tired, we
big-
are hungry,
big ribs.
and we need to eat some big old ribs.
Balin's
So
gonna have 5.
you know what's
total.
funny?
Like,
5 ribs. You know how big ribs are here in Texas?
That picture with the fork on the
Dude, it's nuts. All right, so while these two were chopping it up about knife expertise, I didn't know what they were talking about because they were getting deep into it. So I put out a poll and asked you whether y'all wanted to save for a premium knife or buy a budget knife and start learning right away. And most of you, 78%, said that you would save for a premium knife. And I think that makes a lot of sense because you guys already know like kind of what you want and sort of where you would want to get started with that. But I feel like there are a lot of people too, like I know I was there at one point where I literally did not see a reason for a knife because the only purposes I had for a knife was to open packages and I get packages at home.
Yeah.
So if I had scissors,
I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's why I use my knives for.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right.
Cut open package.
But I mean, I feel like for us, like it's half collectors now.
yeah.
It's half like experimenting and supporting our local makers that we love and
Right.
respect. So it's such a complex.
It's a toss-up. I mean, I think, yes, budget, you can have multiple. And premium, you can have a really high quality knife and be super happy with it. So I'm more on the side of I'd rather save for a premium knife than have loads of budget knives.
Yeah, for real, for real. No, that's a great point. Blanco says, any red pouches in the works for Brandon, the plug for data drops. Are you the ambassador?
Yeah, Data Crew Ambassador.
Dude, if you had a red pouch for all your like red and blackout, would you choose that or do you like the subtleness of the red?
I like the subtleness. Yeah. Because like full on red is just gonna be a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
I like to just have hints and accents on my pouches, like
Mm-hmm.
like this matching bead, right? Just like the one single Ranger eye.
Yeah.
I just like that, you know.
Color
I
coordination.
feel like that's a good way to go about it. I like to do that too, like simple, clean, like kind of monochrome and grayscale kind of look, but with
Yeah.
a touch of color, like that
Yeah.
goldenrod that you see in my colors. Like that's what I like. Oh, one follow-up question: that vault case, is there a TSA lock on there?
TSA
Like can see
the one that
I think
Balin
so,
had.
yeah.
So yeah, because it's locked for everybody, but then
But TSA can get it.
okay, yeah. I think I saw that last stream when we posted
Right.
yesterday, but it didn't get answered. Ron Reyes says, "Sup, y'all?" Oh no, Ron Reyes, where did you go? He says, "Sup, y'all? What are your honest opinions on SOG knives and their appeal to the EDC community? Any hype or not at all?" They're like a tactical
Yeah.
type of feel, like, and they're also kind of budgety, right?
No,
Yeah.
they're not even. So I mean, they're not even budgeted because they
Are
have like.
SLGs expensive? Really? I haven't
So
bought.
there's some SOG knives that are out there that will go for $200-$250. I got their Pentagon OTF. That's a $350 OTF, and the trigger mechanism broke, firing it like 25 times completely.
Dang.
Yeah. So
That's not a good look. That's not a good
yeah,
look.
I haven't had very good.
Tactical.
And yeah, and Sog wasn't at the Blade Show today, so yeah, there's
You're
that.
Right.
Let's see. Ian says, I'm going the opposite way of Ricky. I'm going for bigger knives lately, like the Zahn and the Songer Street.
Yeah.
Look at him going into
Yeah.
Chavez
The
knives completely
Songer
now.
Street I thought was fairly
That is
fairly
pretty small.
thin though.
But it's kind of bulky.
It's a little taller, no?
I don't know. I'm talking like width-wise. It's a
Ah.
little thicker. It's a thicker.
Yeah,
than
hey
Chavez,
man,
but,
Ian,
yeah.
I'm with you, dude. I'm a fan of Chavez, so
Yeah.
I'm right there. I go through phases. I mean,
was gonna
I
say.
said that I like small knives, and then I bought the Mordax.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Mordax is like 8-inch
Big boy.
or just
It's a
about.
big
Like
boy.
it's a big knife. I think a big knife has to have a lot more refined qualities for me to love it. Like Gunnir is almost a 10-inch knife, but it is number one, it's super slim, so it carries really well, and number two, the blade is so heavy that the action on it is crispy, just like so
Like a
smooth.
pendulum, right?
Yeah, same thing with the Mordax. It's
Yeah.
beautiful, easy to use.
Yep. That's awesome.
Sweet, right?
Ian says, saving premium pulled away by bus lengths. I don't know what that means. David Hurst says, great coverage of the show, guys. I hope to meet all of you in Atlanta. David, awesome. Come find us at Atlanta. Like, it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna be running around. I think like we tried to like, so he actually had a bunch of people come up to him and be like, hey, awesome, I love your channel. I have one person, my first fan. I think it was a good time. Yeah, he just caught us outside of the convention and he just like, you know, just said hi and said we love your stuff, and we did like a little pocket check kind of thing, and it was a great time. So it's all in all great experience for real. Like I would love to meet each and every one of you at Blade Show Atlanta. If we could do like a meetup, like
Dude,
if we had the time
The
to.
content at Blade Atlanta is gonna be, for me, I feel like it's gonna be all community based. Like that's what I want. Like yeah, it's cool to see all the tables and stuff. Like I might do like a walk around, like just to show you how big the convention is. But I think we're gonna really just focus on people. So
Amazing. Hey, Ron Reyes, thanks for subscribing. I see you in real time. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, let's see. Mikey says he loves his Chavez. Yeah, see, I don't have one yet, and the Songer looks really good.
Yeah, man.
So I feel like, and I feel like the chunky sort of motif that goes into a lot of Chavez knives, like I'm not sure I'm into just yet. And I know I'm gonna have moods, like sometimes I go
carry one
super
tonight?
slim.
we're gonna have Ron carry one tonight.
Yeah.
Let's just have him carry my 229.
Dude, it's overbuilt, but so well done.
So- and then he's gonna be able to play with
Smooth,
it
sharp.
tonight.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Riot made, so it's crispy. Like,
into a Chaves.
Yeah, I gotta get into it. I
Yeah.
gotta get into it, and I think it's just gonna be a matter of time with these fools right here.
yeah.
So Trev says
Bad
that
influence.
Mordax is nice. Yes, it is.
Yep.
The Mordax, I'm sure. You
Yeah,
said
that
was your
blade
first
show
pick?
on, man,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Bruce says I would never spend so much money on a knife. Yeah, you're lying,
Yeah,
bro.
okay.
You're lying, bro. Let's end with that. Oh, EDC says Shaves gang. He says Chavez gang.
Yeah.
Trev says, why are you lying to yourself? We're delirious because we haven't had any food and any sleep. And on that note, guys, we're gonna close out this live stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry for that hiccup right in the middle, but Earl says we need to eat. Go rest up and edit your damn videos. We will, sir.
Give him the quack.
Live with purpose. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. All right. Take care, y'all. Be safe. I love you guys.
We need to have a whole meme.
Oh my God, you guys.
That's what I just said.
Jesus.